brand new banger.
It's Knucklehead Comics Tuesday.
The filming has now started for Superman, which
Okay.
now his movie is no longer Superman. Like I say, it's just Superman.
Okay.
Because he wanted to fit in with the tradition of the original film, Superman the movie. There was a small little image of the S for the Superman costume, the S on the chest.
That Lay mentioned that last week, right? The different type of S, so the S had the black background or some shit.
Well, that was one. That was one image that happened. Let me see if I can bring that up. Because the one that it is now like that's circulating like an official one. It's the. Fuck, let me see if I can find it because they're filming up in Norway, so there was a little bit of there's like a little bit of snow in the fucking picture, and
It's the Kingdom Come S. That's what Lay just said. What's going on, Lay?
so they had that what do you call it, that one, but I think the more official one is this here, and I always gotta lower my fucking.
Okay.
That one. So it's a little more traditional. I think the S shape though has stayed
The same as the Kingdom Come.
yeah, I'm gonna find a picture of the Kingdom Come one just to.
Does James Gunn have a plan? Or is he just going off this just going off his head for this DC films? I would like to think he has a plan, but everyone has
Yeah.
a plan until the first movie flops.
Yeah. So that
It's
S
a
is
mix.
similar to this S.
Yeah.
So that's the Kingdom Come one. It is similar to the one that they just put.
Okay. So they were saying it's a mix of them.
Yeah.
James Gunn is filming Brave and the Bold too.
Well, he's not directing that one. Superman, I believe, is the only one he's actually directing.
Okay.
Other than that, there's also the what do you call it? Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Moon Knight, and for Cabs, because we know he's the Star Wars guy here.
Hold up.
Oh,
Look at this guy, half asleep.
I just noticed my camera's messed up, so give me 1 sec.
43 kids.
Jesus.
That's why he was late.
There we go.
There you go.
The
You
fuck was
you
that
was
about?
using your webcam off of your laptop, huh?
I don't know why, bro. I just finished doing 4 podcasts.
See, you can
That
tell by his
used
hair.
my normal camera. I don't know why it went to my webcam. Fuck it. What's going on, everybody?
what's up, man? I'm just finishing up saying that Falcon and Winter Soldier, Moon Knight, Andor now getting Blu-ray releases for their whole Disney Plus series.
Ooh, I would definitely be picking up Moon Knight.
Blu-ray release. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Ultra 4K, maybe, but
I
definitely
hope
Blu-ray
4K.
is in the thing I just read.
Gotcha. I would hope they would release the 4K versions, but we shall see.
Well, I mean, shit, it took them how many years to release the Snyder Cut?
Touche.
Should we somehow now segue into the main topic?
Yeah, that's the perfect segue. Real quick before we segue into that, just saw Doom Part 2, excellent movie. Everybody's saying that shit. I'm already bored of it, and I didn't even watch a commercial yet. I'm still sleeping from Doom 1, so I'm not interested in Doom 2. But I'm happy that you liked it. I don't know, Ray.
All the
Do
A's.
you
A's,
yes,
get up there.
Lay, Ray, Zay, and Quante?
And Zap.
You got any comic book news for us or anything that you want to say before we get into the dark side of the Star Wars?
Not really. I got nothing ready to bring up at this point.
He got shit stewing, and y'all ain't ready for this. That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
You
comic
a
book
mark,
podcast, and you didn't come prepared.
right?
There's nothing really to come prepared with. I was supposed to
Ah,
see Madam Web, but I never got to see it. So
Good for you.
yeah.
Dude, they're redoing the Dark Knight's origin from the Dark Ages. We could have brought that up. I
I did
specifically
not
left
know that was
unsaid in
happening.
case somebody else wanted to bring that up.
I didn't know that was happening. That's good to know.
Shit. Martha and Frank are gonna die again in the alleyway.
I would have never knew. Spoilers, man.
No, this time they're gonna die of the plague.
Word.
Damn, that's dark.
How is that any darker than some dude coming up to them and murdering them right in front of a young child?
Every movie.
Everybody died of the
Every
plague back then, man. What the
Yo,
fuck?
imagine if they wrote a comic like that. The first 3 pages of every single Batman comic is his parents dying. I think the people were like, yo, I'm tired of this shit already. We get it. His fucking parents died. Woo fucking who? Like,
Yo.
I'm not reading this
I
shit
feel
no
like,
more.
isn't that the feeling though? It's like, yo,
Yeah.
when you see that or you see fucking Uncle Ben die, it's like, we get it. He dies.
Yo, how funny is that? We spent like 2 years ago now, I think. We spent like a whole episode telling Batman to get over the death of his fucking parents.
Word.
It's like, yo, you'll
And-
be all right, man. You're rich. Relax.
This is
Word,
coming
you
from this is
white, you
coming from
made
at
it.
least, I don't know your family history, Ray, but at least me and Toe, we've lost 3 people in the last 10 years? Less?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, same. So yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
this is coming from us telling Batman. It's like, all right, the only difference is it's been 70 something fucking years. It's like,
Like, we get it.
We-
There's newborn babies right now sitting in the hospital. Go, oh shit, Batman's parents died. Like, they understand
Again.
this shit.
Like, it's like, come on.
He knows a therapist.
He does.
And he doesn't speak to
Oh,
the family doctor who knows who he is. Shit.
oh, this is horrible.
And
Oh, my
speaking of
God.
that, we
Yo.
go to the Crow.
yo, yeah. I want you guys to give your thoughts first before I go into an hour and a half fucking soliloquy.
Are you going on a rant because of this? Because that is the consensus with the internet when it comes to this.
So, yes, but not in the way you're thinking.
I'll go.
Yo, so from what I seen
Yeah.
and what I know of all the movies, that doesn't look half bad. Like, from you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the dude who played It being the Crow, who he doesn't look anything like It, and he looks like a goth rocker. Like, this guy's supposed to be a musician, a goth musician and shit like that, and they kill his. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't. And I don't understand. Yo, people who say that he looks like the Joker needs to jump off of a fucking trampoline or some
Oh yeah,
shit.
I saw that
Because-
instantly. I was
Because
like,
yo, first off, the Suicide Squad, what's it, Jared Leto? That's not the Joker, okay?
Yeah.
So fuck off. He doesn't look nothing like that. So I don't I don't get that looks alright to me. What you want him? What you want him to be fucking half Chinese now? I understand Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee played the Crow. But that doesn't mean that you gotta get somebody who looks exactly like Brandon Lee. You know why I know this, Ray? Ask me why I know this.
why do you know this, Joe?
Because 90% of the fucking people that have an issue with the way he fucking looks doesn't even know who Brandon Lee is. No one knows who. I'm gonna say it here, and I'm gonna say it loud for all you fucking people. You don't know who Brandon Lee is, and you got a problem with this. You don't know who Brandon Lee is, because I know the people who know who Brandon Lee is too fucking old to be on Twitter complaining about the way this fucking guy looks. They don't know that they're making a remake of the fucking Crow. Asshole, fuck you.
Before you get into, I just want to say that one of the leading people who were against this look is the young actress who played Shelley in the first movie. So she does know Brandon Lee.
I just want to say I know who Brandon Lee is, but I'm not complaining about it.
You're on the fucking show. You get paid to know who Brandon Lee is.
Oh, okay, got you. Wait, I get
Oh,
paid?
wait a minute.
Yeah, ask
he
ask
gets
show.
paid.
Show does the money.
Apparently, Show gave me a raise that he also can't afford to pay me. So it's like,
Bro, because he's too your raise went to his McDonald's defense fund.
It's in
that's
the
understandable.
Contract. It's
That's
in the contract, Ray. It's in the contract. Don't worry, we signed your name on the contract.
There's a whole new
yeah.
meaning to rubble.
No, but this is the thing though. Y'all worried about the way it fucking looks. No one's worried about the way it fucking is written. Because you take a picture of this guy out of context because we don't know how the movie looks or what the movie's based in. If it's based in 2024, if it's based in back in the day and all that, you just took a picture. It's not like they say, oh, this is the Joker. If that was the Joker, issue. The Crow you can take liberties on because Sting took liberties on the Crow. And there's 3 other movies that took liberties on the way the Crow looked. And a TV show that took liberties on the way the Crow looked. So what's the issue? This isn't RoboCop. But me, you are not allowed to get mad at shit until it's valid. I'm mad at Rogue's ass. Maybe they did that shit for the commercial, motherfucker. It is a goddamn drawing. It's not like they got a woman to play Rogue with no ass.
God, they did it in the movies.
That wasn't Brandon Lee in Brotherhood of the Wolf. That was the dude from Only the Strong.
Marcus Dacuscus or something like that? Mark Dacuscus?
Which is funny because in the TV show of The Crow, they got him to play the Crow.
Eric Draven.
Yeah.
All right, Ray, your thoughts.
So when I saw the look, I was like, okay. I see them. I guess the best way to put it is the modern twist. I'm not against it. My only worry is I just want to see how they're going to do it justice in the actual script. How is the film going to be? If we're complaining about the look, it's like you're just fucking trying to find something to be mad about. Like it's as long as they do it justice, the actual film, so be it. Like the look looks fine to me. Like it's what do they want it to be exactly? We can't get Lee, unfortunately. Rest in peace. Like that probably again, like Toe said, the people that are complaining probably don't know the unfortunate story about what happened. Like it's a lot of that. Like, oh, why is this a thing? Why is this like this is cinema? A lot of things get rebooted. Again, as long as it's done well, I have no issue.
Word.
The look looks fine. The dude looks like he's a good actor too. It's not like it's gonna be, oh, well, this is gonna be a stretch, you know? But we shall see.
If you notice, I changed Cap's name.
Oh, God.
What's going on, Lay?
Yo,
Chilling.
Happy to hear that.
Probably not even on, is it?
No, you on? We
Are you
hear
on?
you. I don't know if you can hear us.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we're talking. In case you haven't heard, we're talking about the Crow, and Ray already said he hates the Crow and everything about the Crow and everybody that likes the Crow.
that was never said, will never be said out of my mouth.
I feel
Jesus.
like I missed that part.
Yeah,
Been
that,
watching for a while.
like,
I feel like I missed that part.
It was intended. It was implied.
really? Okay.
Yeah,
It was implied. Copy that.
with his
copy
red
that.
hair.
Yeah, I saw that picture and I was like, I don't want any part of that. I'm sorry. It has nothing to do with Brandon Lee's that I love the comics and then the movie, and it happens to be my favorite movie of all time. Yeah, man, there's a lot going on that I like the actor. I just can't the look. I gotta get the like synopsis or something. Give me something because right now I'm like, it's not looking good so far. I don't like face tattoos on top of everything else because you just look dirty with them on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like you haven't bathed or showered in years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it has to be Brandon Lee or anybody that looks like him because that's just dumb. He's dead. We understand that. It was a legacy. I get it. But I don't know what direction they're going in. But when the director that made the first one says, I'm not a fan of it, and that one's the cult classic and everybody loves it, you kind of take that for something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
worked with Brandon Lee, so you know what I mean. And he worked closely with the guy who wrote wrote the comic book. He literally took it. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna work with this dude because it sold millions of copies, and that makes sense. Sometimes that works.
No, yeah. And and not for nothing, that's not the best lighting for that concept art either. Like you can't really see the full detail. I don't know if his face is white because I'm looking at side by side comparisons of the Crow and him, and I'm not gonna bullshit you. The original version of the Crow looks better than that shit. But
Yeah.
Oh, because it's a simpler look. There's nothing to contrast the paint that he wears on his face or anything like that. Like with the tattoos, it kind of takes away from what made the Crow that special paint that he took from that mine that was on the window thing. He just literally just that's all he did. Wasn't it crazy?
yeah, see if you can. You see that's Brandon Lee right there. That looks dope.
Yep. Hmm.
And then the original, I mean, this guy's version.
Zamir kind of looks like Vampiro there.
Like if Vampiro was on
Yeah.
crack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vampiro decided to go on crack and never eat again. Mad, what is it? Emaciated, like just
Emaciated.
damn, son, you don't eat. And this, thank you. Yeah,
Yo,
that's what I saw, and I'm like, no.
Can you blow up that picture?
Fucking
So I take it that was a no.
fucking no, it fucking figures. Like nothing is what it seems. It can't rain all the time, but god damn it, you can't open up a link.
Tries.
Yeah, let me see if I can get it bigger. There you go. You see how much bigger I got it at 500, at 400%.
How the fuck did it make it smaller?
Yeah,
Like,
zoom in 500%.
Enhance.
that is amazing.
Yeah, Brandon Lee. I think that's just a testament to Brandon Lee because Brandon Lee was a cool motherfucker, but he had this was his wife's makeup that he put on, right, in the movie.
So, all right. So in the movie, and I'm gonna get to it to a breakdown of all of it when I get to my thing here. But in the movie, the Greek mask, the laughter and the tragedy mask, it was tied into his fiance, and then he literally took her makeup and put her white powder, and then took her black lipstick and did the thing in the style of the mask itself.
Yeah,
So that's where he gets his look from. It's the same in the comics. I mean, I can get into the whole thing if you want me to.
yeah,
So James O'Barr is the guy who created it. He had a tragedy where his fiance was killed by a drunk driver, and then he went through his way of dealing with it and getting his catharsis is to make this character the Crow, Eric Draven, who had a tragedy where his fiance is murdered and attacked and all that shit, and he died, came back to life with the supernatural powers of the Crow, right, to get vengeance. So in the movie and the comics, Eric Draven, that's the look he goes for. In the second movie, they wanted to keep the familiarity of the character alive, so they gave him a similar look. But the character who's not Eric Draven, he uses his son's paints to literally paint his face. In the third movie, it's he gets electrocuted. He gets put to the death penalty after being falsely accused of killing his girlfriend, and the electrocution scars his face to give him his pattern. The fourth movie with Edward Furlong, which is the worst one in my opinion, he used a Sharpie that his girlfriend used to write some shit, and he did a simple version, but they all kept it similar to the first one only because of recognition of the character. But I read the book and I've read most of the comics, and I brought receipts here
Yeah.
because this is Eric Draven. This is the original one that James O'Barr did, right?
Yeah.
Which, if you look at this, you can see the Brandon Lee one, right?
Yeah.
But if you also look at this, can you not see the Skarsgård one?
Yeah.
Because the original director, he was in like a goth period, so it's a lot of gothic imagery, right?
Okay, I
And
can definitely
emo
see that.
stuff,
Yeah.
or
I can see
the
that.
original run. This new director is actually saying that he's taking it out of that genre a little bit. He's not so much into the goth part of it because he himself is not in that world. So he's changing it slightly, and he's actually adding more. We're gonna see more of the actual relationship between Eric and his fiance, who I can't remember Shelly, I think is the name in the movie. But we're actually gonna get to see more of that relationship
Okay.
actually play out, and not just in flashbacks. We're gonna get to spend more time. So I'm gonna go through a little bit more here just to get to the point that I'm trying to make. Right. So that's Eric Draven. This was the second one, which looks nothing like it at all.
Yeah. He looks like a crazy person.
Yeah. We had this one was one of my favorites actually to read. It's a Native American woman who actually just put the crow on her.
Yeah, that one looks dope.
You got this guy who now you want to talk about looks like the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, that one does look like the Joker.
Then we got another one that I read. This dude was like a businessman who was killed and came back to life. This was the Asian one.
Doc Ock.
This was just another crazy ass looking one who was a mix. And we get to this dude. Tell me that doesn't look like the Skarsgård shit.
Yeah.
So the Skarsgård look is already accounted for in the comics itself, right? But now here's why I don't care so much or I'm not against the look,
Yeah.
right? Because in the past I would have in other comic books, right? I would turn around and go, "Hey, you have the iconic look of a character. Why change it for the film?" So like Captain America, the Brave and the Bold, or whatever the fuck they're calling it now, Brave New whatever. They changed Sam's outfit. Right? In the show, Sam had his classic shit and it looked good. Now they're changing it for the movie. Why the fuck would you do that, right? You can make that argument, blah blah blah. Now, this comic book is the exception to the rule. And I say that because this comic was not written as hey, here's a badass superhero with an iconic look that we're gonna blah 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 spin it off to movies and this comic book is an emotional piece made to have somebody help with their grief over a tragic situation. And this character is not about put on a cool fucking face paint and a leather jacket and go out there and kick some ass. This character is about dealing with grief, dealing with loss, the emotionality, the fantasization of what would I do if I had the ability to strike back, if I had the power to get revenge. Would I do it? Should I not do it? How would I act? Like, there's a whole bunch of shit that goes into this that doesn't it doesn't hold when you put the same arguments as other comic book movies. This one has to be allowed to tell its own story of love, loss, tragedy, grief, vengeance, atonement, whatever this is going to tell, because that's the basis of this character. That's the basis of this story. And most importantly, I got to see why he chooses to do the look the way he does, because that ties into it. Now, yeah, you put you put tattoos on him, and oh, it's the Joker, blah 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 blah. I got fucking tattoos. Toes got tattoos. Ray's kids, half of them got tattoos.
You mean it, Ray?
Oh,
I was like, I got a bunch of tats.
oh, Ray's got some tat. I've never seen you in short sleeves, bro. So
No,
I
yeah.
don't.
Most
And
of
you
the time
don't.
I'm not. Well,
In today's day and age, you don't assume anything of anybody.
got you, got you.
So Ray's got tats. Lay's got tats. Tattoos are a thing, right? So the tattoos, who gives a shit? Everybody has them. I
Facts.
want to know why he put his face looks that way. Is it tied to his girlfriend? Is it tied to something specific? Is it tied to an emotion? Because if it is, then it's done perfectly. I just showed you 10 to 15. I didn't even show you all of them. I just showed you a handful of looks of how they are done in the comics. Each one tied to the person that they have that tragically passed. I just told you why each one in the movies looked the way they did. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the story, for the emotionality, for the reasoning, and I'm looking to see if they can tap into with this new version, because it's an updated version, if they could tap into the essence of what the original had, because again, the original came out of real life tragedy. And if I hope that the new director didn't also have, you know, nobody wants tragedy to befell people.
Yeah.
So if he does have tragedy to pull from, sorry about that, but it'll help. But he doesn't need it. It's not a necessity. But if he could pull something out of it and tell a story that is, we don't need it to be 100% true, because that's not the point of this comic. The first original quote comic, that's not the point of it. It's not the fucking, hey, I came up with a hero fucking 10 years ago and I'm trying to put, that's not the point. If you look at even the artwork, his artwork is not based on James O'Barr. His artwork is not even based on like classic superhero structure of how to draw the human body. He literally, all of his drawings are literally the shit anatomy that you learn in art class, studying dancers, studying statue forms. So the art style is even different than any other comic book that you would read or that you would look.
Hmm.
So I'm looking for vastly different things. The look in just in one picture is fine by me. And again, yes, there's an argument to be made that, oh, he's playing specifically Eric Draven, and Eric Draven had this look. Yes, nine times out of 10, I will be on your side. Be like, yeah, the character looks the way it looks. You keep it that way. But again, this is the exception to the rule, because this is not your typical comic. I'm hoping that we're not getting like an action film.
Yeah.
Like, I want this to be a little more of a character driven drama with some action in it.
Yeah. I'm
That that's my
again. This is
spin
why I
on
say if they do it justice, especially with what the role is, what the film is, but that's my worry is what they do when it comes to the actual cinema, not the look. The look again, there's so much interpretation, which a lot of it is always going to be. So it's we shall see.
it. Plus, this is this is something that we've said many a times. If this movie comes out, right, and I want to make this pledge to everybody. Because this is what I will be doing. If this movie comes out and it doesn't live up to what you expect it to be, I'm not even going to say a collective because it's stupid to put this specific movie into a collective pot. If you, as an individual, sit down in the theater and you don't get from it what you expected to get from it, that's fine. You have the 1994 original one to go back to, and the 1996 City of Angels to go back to, and the third one, not the fourth one. Yeah. So I implore you, watch it, and if it doesn't connect the way you think it should, that's fine. Let's not fucking bash the shit. Let's not fucking tear it down. Go back to the original one then. Because again, this is a remake. This isn't. This isn't. We're doing this. We're adapting the source material for the first time. Because you know, if you have a problem, what do you call it? Most people would what do you call it? Trying to find the right words to this because they did the TV show that you brought up back in the late '90s, which the first two episodes just told the movie again. It just redid the movie, and then the rest of the show, he was out. He was still stuck because he didn't. There was still some shit he had to avenge, and he was just doing like a mission of the week type shit, and that had nothing to do with the comics, nothing to do with the original movie, and it was still good. So we already have an example of this story being adapted in a different way,
Yeah.
and it's still being good. So for to sit there and be like, oh, it's not like this, it's not like that. Again, that's not the fucking point of this.
Yeah.
Brandon Lee played Eric Draven, and he tragically passed, and we all know that. But this isn't like a Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man type thing, or Brandon Lee is Eric Draven. Eric Draven is grief. He is dealing with trauma.
Yeah.
We have to let that manifest again because this is a different type of character. That's my 2 cents about it.
No, it makes sense. 'Cause that's exactly what it is. It's like, everybody that experiences loss has that hate in them and has that need for justification, and they did him and his wife wrong, and he had the ability, like he had the opportunity to do it, and he took it. And that's pretty much what the Crow is. Every incarnation of the Crow is that. There isn't a guy that was on Wall Street that was single, fucking I lost millions of dollars on the stock market. Now the Crow here, paint your face and now go destroy all the stockholders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, one of the lady I just showed you, I believe she was the park ranger who they came in and destroyed the park house and they killed the kid and she died and came back and like every single one of them tackles a topic, especially the original one. It's catharsism.
Yeah.
So we gotta give this one to breathe. This version to breathe, and let's see what type of feeling it's supposed to convey.
It's again, like I said, it's already people are just looking for something to, without it being out yet. Yep, we're gonna pick this apart, pick that apart. Let's just see what happens. Let's just.
No.
But here's the funny thing: do we what do you call it? I don't remember if in the movie we see Brandon Lee without his shirt on in the original movie.
I
You do.
think
We do.
Yeah, when he comes out of the grave
Yes.
and he's trying to
Yeah.
get to his house. Yeah,
Yes.
you see it.
Yeah. Right before he starts to put all the things when he swings through the window and then comes
Yeah,
back in.
yeah. Right before he puts on his pre Jeff Hardy gear.
yeah.
That does work, yeah.
I mean, he does a swanton off the thing, so
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's where Jeff Hardy got it from.
Word.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Because the reason I brought that up specifically is because he was in Eric Draven's in a rock band. He's doing the whole emo music thing. So Brandon Lee specifically didn't have tattoos, but there's nothing that's saying that that dude wouldn't have tattoos.
Especially if they do it nowadays.
Yeah.
'Cause in
Again,
the
that's why I said it's
90s
like a modern twist to it.
Yeah, like in the 90s, tattoos were still a taboo thing. You know, certain people got tattoos. You know, it was stereotypical. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had tattoos, you were considered a certain person. You know, nowadays it's more accepted. Like Kat was saying, alluding to earlier. See, I could use big words. But yeah, I mean, listen, the movie needs to do good. Because, Jason Momoa looked like Conan until you press play on that DVD and you realize that shit wasn't Conan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this up because I think it was the actress who played Shelly. All right, I keep getting the names mixed up, but the little girl in the first one.
I'll look it up.
She's the one who said that Eric Skarsgård looked dingy and dirty and it just didn't look right and didn't adhere to Brandon Lee's look.
Shelly, yeah.
Shelly. So who's the I think the girlfriend's name is also with an S.
Sarah?
So
Rachel Davis?
Yeah. So Sarah and Shelly, both S's.
Wait, because there's no picture for Sarah. So I don't know.
I'll look it up to confirm. But the point of what I'm saying is she's the one who said that it looks dingy, it looks dirty, it looks blah blah blah, right? So you mean to tell me that this actual artwork from the original comic, this looks clean and pristine? Like, no, this also looks dingy and dirty and like he came out of the ground of his own, like, I mean, it is sticking, it's not so far-fetched.
Okay, so
it's completely out of the realm.
I think we got it mixed up. Because
Shelly's the girlfriend, Sarah's the girl.
Yeah, because Rachel Davis, who played Sarah, was born in 1980. She would have been 14 at the time. And that ain't his girlfriend. And then Sophia Shines was born in 68. So
so I was right. So Shelly's the girl, Sarah's
Yeah.
I think I have a better picture of the other.
This is all.
Again, look at this version here. With the tattoos, the short hair, the face paint. Like this version, again, this is not specifically Eric Draven. Yes. But this look is already established as a look for the character. And again, out of all the characters, this one is specifically and expressly tied to the person that he lost. And that's the thing I gotta see for myself. I gotta see why he chooses that look. If it's done randomly, and if it's done some weird half-hearted way, then I'll come back on here and we'll discuss that. But if it's done genuinely, in a way where maybe she has a different version of the smiling and tragedy mask, maybe she does something with his tattoos, and in one of the pictures of the images that she has, there's that iconography. or something. You know, if it's tied to her, then I can't hate on it
Yeah.
because
I mean,
that's the fucking point.
this is just concept, right? This
No,
isn't
no,
a film. This isn't like a scene in the movie that they
yeah,
just showed. It's a scene.
yeah,
So who's
that's
to
not
say that?
concept. That's the actual first look of film.
Who's to say that he didn't put that on his face, put the jacket on, and then go get the white powder and put it on after?
But again, he's already white enough.
Listen, I'm just saying the nuance is everything on this show, and there's is one picture.
Yeah.
Now, if they would have showed a scene, and that scene would have been boring, or if he would have been like, "They killed my wife," and he's talking to a therapist, and he's the Crow, then it's like, wait a minute. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
reach. It's like,
Yeah. No, this isn't the way that we know this. You know, but you gotta let people do their thing, because this is a reboot or a remake, but it's not a scene for scene remake. Like,
Yeah.
no one is expecting them to bring a fucking 100% lookalike of Brandon Lee and the guy who played the bad guy. Like, everyone looks exactly the same as they did in 1994, and we're just gonna read the script over.
Yo,
And
let me tell you right now, I think it's Gus Van Sant. He did Psycho, right? A remake of Psycho with Vince Vaughn and Anne Heche. He wanted to do something different. The studio nagged him to do essentially a remake. Like, so he did shot for shot just to spite them. It's universally known as one of the worst movies ever made. And all he did was literally copy the original one. So if you think that one is one of the worst movies ever made, then you think the original one is one of the worst movies ever made. Because it's literally the exact same fucking thing. So I don't know what to tell you. The fans wanted John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic until we got him up on screen, and now we're like, Pedro
literally the
Pascal.
worst
Let's
Mr.
see how you.
Fantastic we had.
Nah, I don't say the worst.
Nah,
Yo, he got his
that
team
dude from the one
killed.
with nah. Well, yeah, he's an idiot, but the one from that one with the worst Doctor Doom ever.
Yeah, John.
Oh, Fan Four Stick.
Yeah, what the fuck is his name? I just had his name on the guy from
War Dogs.
Whiplash.
yeah, Whiplash.
Was he in War Dogs?
I think he was in War
He's in
Dogs.
Maverick.
Yeah.
Miles Teller. There you go.
I mean, that movie got worse the minute they introduced Doom. That movie is like Full Metal Jacket. In the beginning, before they get out of boot camp, it's a good movie. It's a decent movie to watch. But once they introduce Dr. Doom, pack it up, send it off, they destroyed it. One lump or two, 17. You fucked up the coffee. But yeah, I mean, when is this movie supposed to come out?
Later this year, I think.
Later this year. All right.
Yeah, June, July.
We're going to be there to watch it, and we're going to be here to review it. And Ray is going to come with face paint.
June 7th is
Yeah,
the initial
June
release
7th.
date.
June Tao.
And I wouldn't mind doing it. I've done the face paint before.
Yo,
But
dude, I did it. Yo, I got a story in a second here, but this is the young lady who's playing Shelly this time around.
oh, okay.
So clearly they're going in a different direction.
Yeah.
But
Can't rain all the time.
dude, I did 1 year when I was working in a nursing home. I dressed up literally as the Crow, but I did my version where I had the face paint, but I still was in my suit because back then our uniform was a suit and tie.
Got you.
So I had a dress shirt, the slacks, a black tie, and my black long rain jacket, and I went to work like that. And the director of nursing the assistant director of nursing at the time. She was obsessed with my look. Every time she came by, she had to stop and look at me for a few seconds, and she would laugh and all that. She thought I was a clown,
Wow.
and she thought it was hilarious. Me sitting at the desk painted like that. She had no clue what I was doing, and I wish I had. I don't have that picture anymore, but
I
if I
can
did,
understand if you was a mime.
no, maybe to her, clowns and mine were the same.
Probably.
Apparently, because I would have gotten at least a mime or like anything, but yeah. I know.
Now we get to hear why Ray hates the Crow.
I don't hate the Crow. Who said I hate the Crow?
I don't know. That was the consensus. That's why Lay came on here. He said he was ready to debate you.
But I never said I hated the Crow. It's a great fucking movie.
You didn't have that energy when you was interviewing Cotton Candy Girl.
This is a conversation for off the air.
Man gets one lump on the head. He thinks he's Pancho Villa over here.
That's a Demolition Man reference. If anybody's out there wondering, okay, you missed out on that.
Yeah. See,
okay.
This is why
Little
we're
John
friends.
Spark. Yeah. Well, now everything that Cap said he said it so well and so with so much passion and conviction. I completely disagree. I saw that shit and I'm 100% like, I don't want anything to do with this. Will I watch it because it's a Crow movie? Absolutely. Do I feel it's going to be ass? Yeah, I do. Not because of the actor in it, because I know this man can legitimately act. He comes from a great acting family. Shit. His father was Justin Dude, part two. Awesome. You know what I'm saying? His brother played Floki with him. His other brother was in True Blood and the Northman with it. No problem. He was it. It's just something about this that I get a horrible vibe from. And I love the movie tremendously. I love the actor who played it. I love him. Big Trouble in Little Tokyo, Rapid Fire, the movie that he did with Bolo Young, not too many people know about. You know what I'm saying? So, feel a connection. It's just something about this movie I just do not get a good vibe from at all. Like once I saw that, I was like, even when it was Jason Momoa going to be cast for it, I still didn't get a good vibe.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Something about it just didn't click with me. And I like Jason Momoa. I just did not like that connection. You know what I mean? I would prefer a no name. Somebody fresh new. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a movie like that can turn you into a superstar if it's done right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The look I'm not connected to. Like I said, I gotta read the synopsis, see how it goes. I'm just not connected. The whole movie, I'm just disconnected. Also, how long it took to get to this point. This shit should have been done like 10 years ago.
Yeah. There were so many people marked to be the Crow.
Yeah. You have so many directors and everything. Yeah, so I just can't vibe to. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Cap had a great point. My point is, I'm just not vibing with any of this. Because I like the actor, I like the director. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Will I watch it? Sure. When I watch it in the theaters, you go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. I can't sit here and say, like, yo, maybe if I read the synopsis and I'm sold on something, maybe the first trailer will sell me. I just don't. I'm not connecting with it like I did with the first one when I was a kid. The first time I saw that trailer, I was like, I got to see that. And then Brandon Lee, I'm a big fan. It's just like the trailer captivated me. The noir gothic aesthetic got me. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Then I saw the poster and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta watch this. And that's my favorite movie of all time. That's settled. This, I'm looking at it like, oh, they're trying again so hard. They're doing it again. They're doing it. Something I really enjoyed, and they're gonna fuck it up again. They're doing it again. And I just get that feeling. I don't want that feeling, but I get it. You know what I'm saying?
So
And at the end of the day, The Crow isn't necessarily an action movie. It's a love movie. It's a romance, really, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just here saying, like, I don't know, not vibing with it, not seeing it. And I'm trying, open. But the last time I did that shit, I wanted to see a movie, and I was like, well, that was crap. But that's Every Multiverse of Madness, I had a feeling it would be bad, and I saw it, then I was like, I was right.
Shit, we could spend a whole
Not as I
month
go
on
more my
Multiverse of
gut
Madness.
than anything. Let me get that started on that. I'm not going there. But I'm just saying that I had a feeling that movie was going to be terrible, and I went in there and I was like, shit, I was so right. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I'm looking up some of the. So one of the writers, did the Bob Marley story, did Gran Torino, did Creed 3, King Richard.
It's funny. I only saw Creed 3 and Gran Turismo out of that whole list.
Yeah, but one of them is brand new, and the
I
other
mean,
one.
I haven't seen the Bob Marley movie. The other ones I've seen.
I want to
You know what I'm
see
saying?
the
Like I
Bob Marley
said,
movie.
Same. Looks good.
yeah, like I said, it's just something about this is just not connected with me.
So,
I could be wrong. I could see the trailer and right away be like, all right, here we go. They got
so
me. But
here's
right
a little
now,
more
as of
information for
right
you.
now,
A little more information for you from my IMDb. This is specifically a modern reimagining of the character, and it is not based on the original look of the character from the graphic novel. So,
I
No, we
I,
figured
I
that
picked
one
that
out.
up right away because when I saw the picture, yeah, no, make no mistake. When I saw the jacket, I saw the aesthetics, and I saw the pictures. I was like, this shit is like if it's happening right now.
yeah, no.
So I'm
So,
assuming that dude. I'm assuming that dude is soft as turd right now. You know what I'm saying? He's soft. Automatically assuming he is. 90% of the kids nowadays are soft as shit. Okay, but I'm just saying. But as you were saying, I'm sorry.
no, I was just giving you the heads up that so the look is on purpose not the same as Brandon Lee. So I don't
But
know if that was. I
got
don't think
that.
that's your
I
complaint.
got that. No, it's not. Not at all. No, no. You're not understanding me. Listen, if the attitude is almost the same as Brandon Lee, like that charisma, and I need that energy, great. I don't need to be Brandon Lee, but you know what I'm saying. But the look, I don't like face tattoos. I say it makes you look dirty, but if it's a thing now, everybody has them. You're cool if you do. You're dirty if you don't. Whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I got no problem with that. Like I said, when I usually get this gut feeling, I'm usually right. There's only been one movie that I was wrong about, I think, with that. That was Guardian of the Galaxy. I was pleasantly surprised by that. So surprised by that. Because I was like, yo, I know the team, and this is not the original team that I read in the comics. So I go in there and I'm like, shit, I'm so happy it's not the original team now.
Word.
They killed it. But this right now, it's like I said, I like the actor. Got no problem with him. I think he's a great actor. He looks creepy as shit without makeup. Let's be real.
No, yeah, he
You see that
does.
dude? He has barrels in his basement with bodies in it.
Yeah.
Easily.
I would
But
not
like
be
I said,
surprised.
let me see it. Let me see a trailer first. Exactly. Let me see a trailer first. I might be surprised. Right now, I'm just not feeling it. And the combination of it taking so long and just the way it looks, and not the guy, the aesthetics around him. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes you see stuff and you're like, I don't know, man. I know that's very crowish. You know?
Yeah.
Like the first one, you can tell what they were. You could easily tell, like, oh, this movie's going to be completely different than anything else, and it was. You know, looks, the way it was acted, everything. You know what I'm saying? They did it in Cleveland because that's how you should do it because the city is shit. You know what I mean? Makes sense. Yeah, I don't know, just something about it, man. You know what I'm saying? And I want to get behind it because I love the character, I love the comics. There's certain iterations of comics that I don't like. The businessman, I could never get behind him. I go
Yeah.
fuck himself. You know what I mean? Anybody else, I would make sense. I didn't really like 2 or 3, and I'm not even gonna mention 4. That's like the Rocky Five of that. You know, the one you never mention. You know what I mean?
There is no
Yeah,
Rocky Five.
Yo,
But come
exactly.
on, man, he
Uh,
stole his
great,
room.
great story, great story. My cousin had the box set that brought that movie that we don't name, and he threw it out and just kept the 4. He put tissue paper in there to like keep it still. Like I remember going to his trunk to get something. I was like, because if you remember those box sets in the front, it would be the first Rocky poster, in the back, the last.
Yeah.
It's the movie you don't name. You know, missing one. He goes, yeah, threw that shit away. So he bought the box set just to throw that one away. Yeah, man. So you know what I mean? I just said I want to, but right now, not feeling it. You know, it's I don't know. I want to be wrong because I just love the character.
Well, we hope you're wrong too, because we're getting tired of these movies that look bad and are bad.
Ever.
We want good movies.
We want good movies. Like that should be the consensus, is just wanting a good movie, and yeah.
and that's it.
Absolutely. You want to spend your $35 to watch a good movie. You know what I'm saying? You want to
Yo,
drop
Yeah.
but watch that movie. And it'd be good. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's not like the dark it ends easy quicker. You know?
Word.
I go, now
'Cause
it's over. That's it, right? No
I, I tell you one thing. I don't want to come out this movie theater and be like, oh shit, they already put in production part 2 because this movie
Yeah.
was so good. Like, no, you put part 2 in because you had a plan for part 2. You don't put part 2 in because this one made you money. Make another good movie.
Funny thing is
you don't know how Hollywood works.
funny thing is
I was about to say that is legit
no,
how it
yeah.
how it starts
Yeah, they
happening. It's like, oh, we're making money.
That's exactly what happened with the City of Angels, Crow. They didn't have a plan. They just did it because
Yeah,
the first
totally.
one made money.
Mhm.
Shit.
Mhm. Yeah, to this day, I can't name the guy that started that shit.
Neither can I. I think his name is Vincent something.
It was me.
Like, I
We knew it all
don't
along.
remember anything else. It was
It's like,
Vincent Perez.
you are.
huh?
Virginia Perez. Yeah, shot in the dark. Look at that motherfucking shit. Yeah.
Shit. I don't need a Fast and the Furious Crows. It's like, oh, Fast X
Yeah.
did so well. We're gonna cut Fast 11 into
Who shall
12
see?
pieces.
When is it supposed to drop? 2029?
With the Crow or Fast X?
So that drop? The Crow, 2029, right? That's when it drops?
No, it's
No,
supposed to be
this
this
year.
year.
No, it drops in June, June 7th.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Like Samsonite. I was way off.
Yeah. You know what it is? Like, they're gonna let him sing his songs. They're gonna be like, "Yo, Crow, we gotta win this race. We
Oh
gotta
my
win
God.
this race." Ray doesn't understand that reference.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously, you don't understand that reference?
Lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink. Damn, you never watched Eddie Murphy stand up, bro?
I did, but
How do you
I'm
not
drawing a-
remember him talking shit about Elvis? Motherfucker was so good.
Yeah,
They put him in
that was
movies.
like
He couldn't
one
act.
of the yeah. I think it's selling for most people that are not white. They love that shit. They were like, yeah, Elvis was always trash. Just stealing shit. Yeah. I know people who love Elvis and they saw that Elvis movie and they go, just stealing shit the whole time? Yeah. Duh. You took around black folks. You just took everything they had.
That's how they did it back in the day.
They named it his.
Facts.
Absolutely. But moving right along, it's a great stand-up. Everybody go watch that. Go watch it. Any of the Eddie stand-ups. Don't do yourself just. By the way, do me a favor. Don't be so sensitive when you watch it.
Yo,
Yo, I was
I
gonna
was
say.
just about to say the same
Yeah.
shit.
Very,
You know,
yes,
you
very different.
you know what the
Very
crazy
different.
shit is that
You that's
It's like trying to guess
There's
what
that.
word he says last. 'Cause
Yeah.
like,
the crazy shit is that Cedric the Annotator was saying that Eddie Murphy isn't a good comedian because the shit that he said back in the day you can't say now. But I guarantee you, if you played Delirious in front of everybody nowadays, they'll fucking die laughing.
as they should, bro. It's still one of the fucking bro.
Yo,
It's-
dude. The shit he said is funny. The fuck all the don't be so sensitive. Yo, fuck. I want people to be sensitive when you watch that, so you can break your heart.
watch those two.
Yo, if you can't find those two fucking stand up specials funny, go fuck yourself.
The word. And Ray, you got to rewatch it because apparently you didn't understand the joke.
I did not remember the Elvis joke. I can remember
Shit.
the fucking Goonie Goo Goo like nothing.
Everybody knows Goony Google.
But
Gus,
I
thought
got
I
some
learned some Puerto Rican
ice
shit,
cream.
Gus.
I got some.
You brought Bigfoot in my house, Gus.
I got some.
Hamburgers and
ice-
Franks, Gus. When I burn you burn down my backyard. Shit, one of my favorite parts is when he's talking about Michael. So I've
Yeah.
learned that love is my possession. Tito, stop.
Oh
Shit.
man.
But yeah, man. I mean, Eddie Murphy should have played the Crow.
And on that note,
Oh my god. Something right there.
What the fuck? I got
Uh,
I got thrown out of a
sensation.
fucking window.
you was just fucking jaywalking? Now,
How am I disturbing the
That's
peace? I got
what
thrown out of
we
a
held right
fucking
there.
window. I cannot get the fuck out of
it's funny.
here.
It was
would you like it with a lemon twist?
Yeah. I would love it with a lemon
don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Of course. It's not a big problem. Of course, don't be stupid. Love the balcony. Love the balcony.
Oh,
Love perfect strangers. Love the perfect strangers.
Sorge
Surge.
was a fucking
Sedge.
Sarge. Sarge.
Sedge.
And
He goes
it's like,
Acmel. He goes Axel. Ackwell.
Mr. Foley, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,